Welcome to Tubetopia. Today we embark on a journey through time to explore an event that changed the course of history, World War I. It's a story of bravery, hardship, and the unyielding human spirit. So sit back, relax, and let us travel back in time to understand how it all began, what happened in the years in between, and how it finally came to an end. The beginning. The year was 1914. Europe was a complex web of alliances and rivalries, teetering on the brink of conflict. On June 28, 1914, a spark was ignited when Archduke Franz Ferdinand of Austria was assassinated. This tragic event set off a chain reaction. Austria-Hungary declared war on Serbia. Within days, other nations were drawn into the fray due to their entangled alliances. Germany backed Austria-Hungary, Russia supported Serbia, and soon, much of Europe was at war. Dubbed the Great War, no one could have imagined the scale of this conflict. Many believed it would be over by Christmas. However, the war lasted for 4 harrowing years, changing the world forever. The horrors of war. As the war stretched on, humanity witnessed unprecedented horrors. Trench warfare became the dreadful norm. Soldiers lived in squalid, muddy trenches for weeks on end, enduring constant bombardment. Disease and exposure claimed many lives even before they faced the enemy. Innovations in weaponry made the conflict even deadlier. Machine guns, tanks, and poison gas brought destruction on an unimaginable scale. Over 16 million people, both soldiers and civilians, perished during this devastating war. One soldier's diary poignantly captured the essence of their suffering. War is not an adventure. It is a disease. It is, more than anything else, the end of the world. Life on the home front. But the battlefield wasn't the only place where people suffered. Back home, families faced severe food shortages and the constant anxiety of losing their loved ones. Women stepped up to fill roles traditionally held by men, working in factories, driving ambulances, and even serving in the armed forces. This shift altered social structures and changed the way society viewed gender roles. America joins the war. In 1917, 3 years into the conflict, the United States entered the war. German submarines had sunk numerous American ships, and the sentiment that America could no longer remain neutral grew stronger. Fresh American troops provided much-needed support to the weary Allied forces, tipping the balance in their favor. The global impact World War I wasn't just a European conflict. Its effects were felt worldwide. Colonies in Africa and Asia were drawn into the struggle, with soldiers from far-flung corners of the globe fighting alongside European forces. The war caused widespread disruption to economies and societies around the world, leading to significant political and social changes in many countries. The end. By 1918, exhaustion had taken its toll on all sides. The Central Powers, comprising Germany, Austria-Hungary, and the Ottoman Empire, began to crumble under the relentless pressure. On November 11, 1918, an armistice was signed, bringing an end to the fighting. The war was over, but the world had been forever changed. The aftermath. In 1919, the Treaty of Versailles was signed, imposing harsh penalties on Germany. These punitive measures sowed the seeds for future conflicts, but that is a tale for another day. World War I taught the world many painful lessons. It highlighted the devastating consequences of unchecked aggression and blind nationalism. Yet, it also showcased the resilience and strength of the human spirit. Families and communities came together, proving that even in the darkest times, hope and solidarity can prevail. The legacy. The war left an indelible mark on the world. It changed the political landscape, leading to the fall of empires and the rise of new nations. It also spurred technological and medical advancements as countries sought to address the horrors they had witnessed. The League of Nations was formed in an attempt to ensure that such a global catastrophe would never happen again, laying the groundwork for future international cooperation. Conclusion. Ladies and gentlemen, as we remember World War I here on Tubetopia, let us not only think of the battles and the treaties, let us honor the human stories, the bravery, the sacrifice, and the pain. Let these stories remind us of the importance of working towards a world where such a conflict will never happen again. Thank you for joining us on this journey through history. If you enjoyed this exploration, please like, share, and subscribe to Tubetopia for more fascinating stories from our past.